our thoughts become things. And once a thought becomes a thing, it has a certain gravity and stickiness. And so we live and suffer and enjoy the consequences of thinking, because it feels as though whatever we're thinking is real. And they dictate, and they drive, and they influence, and that's true. And that's why we're having this conversation. So that we are not victims, we are not trapped by, we're not convinced by every thought that comes along as though the thought is real, and it's really a thought. Period. Thoughts are really thoughts. I don't mean to be profound. Thoughts are really thoughts, and recognizing that's really a thought, and thoughts have no substance, can help us become more free. Then we can use thoughts rather than thoughts using us. Because thoughts are automatic, and they take so many different forms. And the thoughts, we learn to think by the culture and language that we're born in. We think in our language. So however the language is structured, that contours, expresses, and limits what we can possibly think. It's difficult to have thoughts without language. I'm finding it useful to recognize that thoughts have no substance, that they're ephemeral, that they're more vaporous, and so they're not as gripping. And because they're not so gripping, I don't have to get rid of them. They have less consequence, less hold. If we examine thoughts, we recognize they're without substance. My teacher used to say, thoughts are like writing on water, and to make it more psychologically relevant. And since we're talking about thoughts, we could go with thoughts occur in a field of awareness. So there's a mental field of awareness. And that field is a luminous field of consciousness, or a luminous field of awareness, or a luminous field of knowing. And thoughts appear in that field of awareness. And thoughts are forms of awareness.